Hey, 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 Bravo and Blaze fam. Welcome back to the chaos. We didn't get to properly finish our weekly live stream from Friday, so we're continuing today and may even begin to do more live streams going forward because we've got a lot to break down. A lot. And yes, we're doing it the only way we know how, loud, caffeinated, excuse me, and slightly unhinged with a side of cannabis commentary. I'm Jenny Blaze, your host, your hype woman, and your favorite reality TV analyst who's had way too much Ryze coffee today. Spark it, sip it. Let's get into it. All right, quick disclaimer. Everything you hear today is just commentary, not fact, not fiction, but fierce opinion based on publicly available information that may not be completely accurate. So don't take my word as Bible. I still randomly bust out laughing, thinking about the time I thought I Am Ming Lee was Kimora Lee Simmons' daughter. Ming Lee? But it wasn't. And I thought that for an entire live stream, only to find out afterwards that it's a completely different Ming Lee. Who knew? Oh my gosh. Okay, before we dive headfirst into the drama, I want to remind you all that our live chat is open over here on YouTube, and I want to hear your takes. Don't be shy. We're shady, not silent. Follow at Bravo and Blaze everywhere you scroll: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or X, Threads, Facebook, even Twitch. Does anyone go on Twitch? Probably not. Most people. I feel like all the kids go on Twitch. But just as a reminder, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Jenny Blaze and hit the bell so you never miss a messy moment. If you want VIP access to bonus content and behind the scenes chaos, join us at patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. And if you're not on the email list, head to bravoandblaze.com where exclusive drops and updates are coming. If you need to Bravo and Blaze in the comfort of your own home, the Bravo and Blaze signature lighters are a perfect ritual must-have. Grab yours at bravoandblaze.com and stay tuned because more heat is coming. Okay. We have to go over some of the things that we didn't talk about last week. But before we do that, I want to talk about, there's our lighters. And shout out to Rachel Rosebud. She took some amazing pictures of her Bravo and Blaze lighter. So what's up? Shout out. And she may have, I don't know if you can all see this. I'm trying to make this picture bigger. Some cones here that say rosestone.com. That's coming soon. We're like soft launching it. Okay, what else? All right, let's go into what to watch outside of Bravo. My mouth is dry, sorry. Okay, on Hulu, I talked about this on Friday. Call Her Alex came out. I guess it was, I don't know, it says Tribeca Film Festival on this picture here. It says the best story yet is her own. I am not part of the daddy gang. I don't listen to podcasts. Just ironic because I'm a podcaster. But if I do listen to a podcast, it's usually like a business podcast. So I don't listen to Call Her Daddy. And I didn't know where she came from. I didn't know anything about her backstory, but I watched this and I kind of wish that I live tweeted while I was watching it, but I had to do it like fragmented. So I didn't want to I like watching, or I like live tweeting if it's real time and we're all watching at the same time, or if I binge, because I don't like to break it up. Anyways, Call Her Alex, I thought was really interesting because she's a podcaster and I'm a podcaster. And I don't know any like successful podcasting stories, I knew that Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy is like the highest or most successful female podcaster to date, which is great. And that's why I want to know more about her. I didn't realize that her father was a media producer for sports when she was growing up. So she was like kind of in that world already. And she did it like recreationally as like she would not podcast, but she would do home videos a lot. And I thought that was very interesting. I recommend you go watch this. I'm not going to get into all the details. There is some controversy over this documentary because Alex played soccer at Boston University. And in her documentary, she talked about some sexual harassment that took place from her coach at Boston University. And I guess Boston University has spoken out and they're like supporting the coach. And I don't know, this is like a lot, but it's happening real time. So if you're interested, there you go. All right, let's move on. This is really dark, but I felt compelled to live tweet about this because I was in such shock and horror watching Trainwreck, the Astroworld tragedy. And I remember when it was happening and I heard like, oh my God, there's some deaths and that. And like all these stories they were all over the place. And I get overwhelmed when that happens sometimes. So I was like, I need someone to like summarize it all for me. And that's what this documentary did. And it was shocking, horrifying, and basically my worst nightmare. I've been saying this for years, going back to Bravocon 2022, when the Beverly Hills panel, I guess, I didn't hear this. I was in the SVIP lounge for basically the full 3 days of Bravocon because I didn't want to go out to the panels because what I heard is they rushed the stage at the Beverly Hills panel to boo Lisa Rinna. And like I said this on my last live stream, I don't even like Beverly Hills. So I don't care enough to boo anyone. But the fact that people were like running and all that, I was like, no, that's my worst fear. And the way that some of these survivors talked about their experience at Astroworld, like it truly sounds like it was a night. I mean, it was a nightmare. So I tweeted the footage from the Astroworld tragedy on Netflix is literally my nightmare. It was immediately out of control. The metal detectors were knocked over, fences were knocked down, people were getting trampled just trying to enter. And this is like the beginning of the day, well before the tragedy took place. And people like were still attending this, which is nuts. And I tweeted, this is nuts. I mean, these pictures are crazy. Look at, they knocked over barricades. Yo, this needs to be more publicly known that this is dangerous. I can't believe nobody has learned anything from Woodstock 99. We have better technology today. How is this still happening? Like, oh my gosh. They knocked over all the metal detectors. They climbed over the fences. Look at this crowd. Literally my nightmare. I would never want to be anywhere in that crowd. I don't care. Can't pay me. And look, there were 8 people who died that day at the actual show. Also, I thought this was wild. They were saying some people waited for 4 hours in the Houston sun for merch. That's how much they love Travis Scott. I'm sorry. I don't think I love anything enough to wait in line for 4 hours. No. Sorry for the people who are joining now. This is like, we're talking about tragedy right now. In addition to the 8 people who died at the Astroworld tragedy, 2 more later passed away, and the youngest was only 9 years old. First of all, why is there a 9-year-old at this event? And this is the most horrifying thing. Like, I couldn't. Why do I like watching these things? Like, I don't like watching it. I just feel like I have to watch it. And I feel like people need to know this. This is like public safety. And they had someone who is specialized in safety, and that's his whole job, is to make sure that these things don't happen. They didn't hire anyone like that for this event, and they sold more tickets than they could even. That was well above the capacity, the crowd flow. Like, there were no emergency exits for overflow and things like that. It's just, oh my God, this is what gives me anxiety when I go to Bravocon. Oh my gosh. Please, everyone, like, stay away from massive crowds like this. I am all for staying at home. Okay, let's move on. That was sad and dark. Let's talk about something sexy and hot. And I'm blaming you all for getting me not hooked. I don't feel like I'm hooked on Love Island. Like, I gotta watch it, but I feel I do have FOMO. I have massive FOMO for seasons now. And like, I've been able to deal with it because I'm like, ugh, I still don't want to suffer watching a dating show. The cringe level for dating shows is painful for me. And not only the cringe level, I'm like really disgusted how they kiss multiple people in a row, like one after another. You're basically having like a makeout orgy and with strangers. Gross. Disgusting. So gross. But then on top of it, what else? Some of the thing, like the manipulation and producing of the situations that they put these people in is just so, I don't know. I think I have some deep rooted romantic trauma that I've never ever tried to heal, nor do I feel like doing it. I don't really care to. But one thing I do know for sure is that this Charlie guy, and I'm only on episode 6, so don't spoil anything for me. I'm trying to catch up. I'm binging. But Charlie, oh my God, he changed everything for me. In the beginning, for like until he showed up, I was like, this is so weird. This is so weird. Then Charlie shows up and he starts speaking with his accent. And I was like, I get it. Okay. I want Charlie. I would fight for Charlie. I would be doing whatever I need to for Charlie because he is so hot. Ah, smoking hot. But yeah. So I'm watching Love Island now. Not paid by anyone. What's up? She said, did everyone test for herpes? I did hear that. I heard that they are required to get full physicals and make sure. I mean, I didn't hear that specifically, but I would hope that they are all getting like clean STD test results before they go on this show. Also, when I got to episode 5, I was like, what the hell am I watching? I literally had to check twice if I was watching the right show. It was the After Sun episode or whatever. I totally skipped that one. I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about. Also, I do think Jeremiah is pretty hot too. But Huda has made her claims on him, and she is, I mean, I may have done that too before I saw Charlie. Oh my God. If I was on Love Island, which I would never do, by the way, but if I was forced to, I would definitely pick Jeremiah first. And then if Charlie came along, I would probably, in a probably wind up in a pickle. I'd be like, oh no, I picked someone, but this guy is my type. Well, they're both my type. They're both hot. Okay. But Charlie's accent, I think, did it for me. Like, it sealed the deal. I was like, I could listen to you talk about anything. I don't care. You're beautiful and you sound like that. Yes. What's up here? Nothing is here. Max is here. Oh, not paid by anyone. So my favorite thing on Bravo now is the watch party for McBee's Dynasty. I was dying too. We're going to talk about that. Don't let me forget after Below Deck. But yeah, there's Charlie. If you're watching here on YouTube, I see there's some people who have been joining on Instagram. Come join us on YouTube for our live chat. Same goes for TikTok. Come on over. Okay, let's move on to Bravo News. Where are my notes? Okay, first thing I heard is about Beverly Hills, which I'm not mad at because I know Rachel Zoe is coming. I'm excited for Rachel Zoe. I think it's a game changer. I think this could really, hopefully, I'm going to pray to the Bravo gods. This could hopefully revive and revamp Beverly Hills in a way that is unstoppable. I don't know what that means really, but yeah. Anyways, Jennifer Tilly confirms her return to Beverly Hills for season 15. This picture is her with Sutton. Jennifer Tilly wrote, and I got this from TV Deets on Instagram. Jennifer Tilly wrote, back in the saddle, fun afternoon with Laser and Sutton. Who's Laser? That looks like Josh Duhamel, but his name is Laser. I don't know who that is. Okay, more sad news. I am like bringing in all the sad news today. So I saw this on Kate Casey, CA, on Instagram, and it says, Dear Bravo community, on June 9th, Lauren Miller, an executive assistant at Shed Media, tragically passed away just moments after giving birth to her son, Jackson. Lauren had been a valued member of the Shed team for nearly 9 years, supporting productions from Real Housewives of New York and Salt Lake City to Paris in Love. The link to the Miller family GoFundMe is in the link in Casey's bio if you're interested in contributing. This is so sad because these executive assistants, they work really closely with the cast, and this is so sad. I don't know what to say, but that I send my deepest condolences. Let's stop being bad news Blaze right now. Okay, actually, I do have I have positive news from the Valley. I saw this on Queens of Bravo. Kristen Jody gives birth to first baby with Luke Broderick. This was posted on June 13th. I'm not sure if that's the baby's birthday, but thank God, like, we love this for Kristen. Like, I could not be more happy for somebody. But I want to go back to Salt Lake City real quick because although that demon, you guys know what I'm talking about, the demon who has attacked me, there are a lot of rumors going out there, and on Friday, I think, there was something alleged about Bronwyn Newport that she had not been paying some charities and got kicked off the board of some ballet charity or something. I saw on the Bravo Derm, who I feel comfortable saying is a reliable source for all Bronwyn Newport news. He had posted on Twitter something that there are receipts that show that is not true. So as much as I don't love that demon, we want to keep things honest here. So she did not stiff the ballet charity or whatever they are. But going forward to the Valley, and Queens of Bravo posted this from Us Weekly about Kristen and Luke giving birth to their first baby. And I saw on Taste of Reality, Kristen Jody in mommy mode healed something in us. Look at them with their baby. I'm so happy. Yay. Okay, moving on. Before I move on to my next bit of news, right now Potomac is filming, and we have a little clip of them filming. And I think this is from hold on, I'm going to play it and then I'll source it after.
In 5 minutes, and y'all have done it. Congratulations. Y'all know their names. Young Next Straight is on you. Okay. Y'all can stay as long as you want to. I love everybody. The food will be here until the start. But thank
Okay, so that's Giselle on a microphone at some event. This is from Reality Entertainment TV, and I didn't see Charisse in this video, but someone is saying that Charisse is there. Did you see Charisse, Max? Max said, ha ha ha, Charisse. Well, he didn't say ha ha ha. He did 3 laughing emojis. Did we see Charisse in there? And what is Giselle holding? Looks like a vibrator or something. Max said, the Sheena of Potomac. Is she in this video? Where is she? Is that her? Oh, there she is. Yep, that's her front and center. Right here. Oh my gosh, yay. I like Charisse, and I loved how bothered Karen used to be from Charisse. Oh man. So Charisse is back. In what capacity? I'm not sure yet, but she's there. Okay, going back to other news. I've been talking about this every week for the last month. Peter Madrigal and I have been recording a new show, Reality News, on the Reality Network. You can go see it at watch.realitynetwork.tv. Peter also announced this week, or since last week, or since Friday, that he is currently filming his new show Outside the Rules, and he is in Greece, so we're not recording this week, FYI. But if you haven't heard before, my favorite thing about recording with Peter is that he doesn't watch The Valley, but The Valley airs on Tuesday nights. We record on Wednesday, and I get to tell him the highlights of what happened on The Valley, and his reaction is the best. I love it. Okay, moving forward. I know you guys all love to hear about my gut health. I already said I have a trip coming at the end of the summer. So since it's been publicly declared that I will be looking amazing, the pressure is on. I basically gave the internet a deadline for my glow up. That's why I'm so glad that I started drinking Ryze mushroom coffee when I did. Since I've added Ryze to my morning routine, my gut has been chill. My mornings are smoother. I don't feel like my body is in a constant state of permanent inflammation. No bloat, no chaos, just good energy, good vibes, and a belly that's not plotting against me. So if you've been thinking about your gut health, your summer glow up, or just finally feeling comfortable in your own body, this is your sign. Head to RiseSuperfoods.com and use JennyBlaze15 for 15% off. The link is in the show notes. Your belly and your future hot self will thank you. I mean, you're already hot. You don't need anything to be hotter, but if you wanted to. We're body positive here. Okay, I'm going to move on before you're in trouble. Okay. Oh, I posted me drinking. I put Ryze mushroom coffee in my morning smoothie, but I have some Ryze matcha coming that I want to try, and some Ryze hot cocoa, which has some melatonin in it, I believe. So it's going to be like a nighttime thing. I may incorporate it into my Bravo and Blaze routine at night. We will see. Okay, let's talk about the Bravo TV lineup. First, usually we do this on Thursdays or Fridays. So I start with Sunday night and go through the whole week, but we ran out of time last week. So, oh, Max, I love you. He said, regardless, you're always stunning. Thank you, Max. I love you. What other compliments do you guys have? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Summer House. That's what we're starting with. And the season is over, but they had one last episode after the 2-part reunion. Summer House, season 9, episode 18, Under the Covers. From new babies to new bosom buddies, there was a lot going on at the Summer House this year. These are the moments that didn't make your screen until now. Okay, before I get to my live tweets. Oh, no, wait, I took out the Lexi announcement. So we know Lexi is not going to be on Summer House. However, we did get new updates. Did I put it in here? No, I didn't. So we did get an update yesterday that Kyle and Amanda are going to be back. I haven't even had time to process that, really. I don't know. I can't. Near Nothing said Bailey got engaged. Yes, we mentioned that on Friday, and she's been posting a lot ever since. She's like, I'm engaged, and she seems very outspoken about her engagement online, which is weird because that was like the reason why she stopped Summer House is because she wanted to keep it private or whatever. It's so weird. I don't get it. Max said, Kyle forever, Summer House. No, Kyle will be creeping. He's at the age of creep status, I would say, along with Shep. Whitney has been, and I'm talking about Southern Charm, Shep, obviously. Whitney and Shep are well past the creep stage, or creep age, I should say, for men who are like partying and ugh. Oh, N-Top is here. And she's on vacation. Oh, I love that for you. I can't believe you're here with us when you're on vacation. Oh. Okay, let's go to what they showed. I guess Lindsay organized a whole like baby game relay race with the house, and it was disgusting. She made them chug milk or lover boy. Both sound gross to chug. Gross. And what else did they have to do? They had to like eat something. I don't know, but I'm not going to play a game like that. Count me out, or I'm not going to do that part of the game. Sorry. I'm a bad sport like that. Ugh, gross. But I do love Lindsay. And I love that there was like, I don't think there was a reward or award for the winner. There was only a punishment for the loser. And that's when she broke out the labor contraction simulator, which people were like, where are those scenes? Where are those scenes? And another scene that people were asking about before this episode came out is when Paige was with, who was it? They were at Lindsay's, was it Amanda? And she was talking about Craig liking some girls' pictures while they were dating. We never got the full clip of that, and it wasn't in this Under the Covers episode. At one point, Carl called himself a sensitive little boy. That was like, oh my God, he's really leaning into this soft, flaccid life, and it's not attractive to me. I don't know who it attracts. Lemur girl, apparently. we saw footage of their date. It was way worse than what we originally saw. And yeah, it was not great. But I guess that's what Carl has to get used to. Those are the type of people that are interested in his sensitive little boy era. We also saw a lot more of Amanda and Kyle talking about their relationship, and I just checked out. I'm over it. I'm done. Like, nothing changes. The only thing that's changed is Kyle has essentially doubled down on being the worst husband, and Amanda has doubled down on dealing with it by taking medication. So I'm over it. I don't want to hear about their relationship anymore. I'm not telling anyone to go do this, and I don't support anyone ever stealing her identity and filing for divorce. I hope that she does it on her own someday. And then they end this episode with Jesse Solomon singing again. Enough already. I hated it the first time in season 1, like really hated it. And they brought it back. Like, Jesse's trying to make this happen. And I find it to be just exhausting and gross. Let's see. Max said no more Bravo men singing. Seriously, why are we doing this? Not paid by anyone said Amanda will file for divorce as soon as Loverboy is sold. Somebody buy it. Well, what's her name? Paige. Paige, please buy Loverboy so Amanda can get out of this marriage. Do your friend a solid. I thought you were a girl's girl. God. Not paid by anyone said she is so over Kyle. I think she doesn't know what to do. She knows she's over him, but she doesn't know what to do. Max said, Carl is working. Oops. Near Nothing said, Amanda and Kyle feel like a heavily diluted version of Jax and Brett. Yeah, and it's just like gonna get more drawn out, I feel like, and it's gonna be like a slower, more painful, dull death. God, how many years are we gonna see this? I've had enough. I'm over Kyle. Said not paid by anyone. For real. We're done here. He doesn't grow. He just gets worse and worse. He's like, oh, she wants me to be a good husband. Well, I want to be a DJ. Well, now he's a DJ. Can he be a good husband? Still not seeing it because he's passing out on chairs at like 5 a.m. That's all she asked for. Just come home. Get in bed. God, I can't stand it. Oh, I thought we talked about this on Friday. Maybe we didn't. Near Nothing mentioned this. Bailey is engaged. I thought we talked about this on Friday. She wrote, I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. He looks hot too. So I don't know why she was hiding him. I don't know what the big deal was. I want to know more about him. I want to know everything about him, actually. Right? Why did they do this to us? Oh, so another thing. Okay, so this was how many days ago? This is only 2 days ago. I saw this little preview of Paige coming on to Love Island, and I guess Ariana did an interview where they asked what Bravo Lab would they suggest to go on Love Island. She said Paige is Sorbo, and now Paige is making a cameo, I guess. And there was like a first look. My caption was, I don't watch Love Island, but add this to Paige's resume. Okay, it's been 2 days, and now I'm on episode 6 of Love Island, and I'm in love with Charlie. We're in love. He just doesn't know it yet. Also, someone pointed this out that the dress that Paige is wearing, she wore during an after show look or recording, and I don't see anything wrong with that. In fact, I think she definitely should have wore this again because it didn't get enough airtime because this dress is smoking hot. And the picture I saw of her on the after show, she was sitting down, so you didn't even get the full effect. So I'm here for her wearing this look again on a bigger platform. Good job. Near Nothing said, you think Bailey will come back with her dude and push out Kyle and Amanda as a dominant couple for Summer House? Oh my God, please. Please, Near Nothing. Let's make this happen. We need to squash their dominance. I'm sick of Kyle acting like he's the dad of the house. He wants to be a dad? No, he wants to be the dad of the party house. That's about it. Oh my God, that just hyped me up big time. Yes, Bailey, Bailey, Bailey. Oh my God, I would love that. Just literally anyone, any couple other than Amanda and Kyle, I'm sick of it. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about Miami. Come feel the rush. I'll make you blush. Sorry, I'm not a singer. Okay, let's go over the episode description. This is Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 1, MIA, back in action. Alexia is blindsided when Todd files for divorce. Julia revels in the joy of adopting 2 baby boys, but not all seem supportive. Lisa throws an old Hollywood birthday party for her boyfriend, Jody, but Larsa has a bone to pick about her ex. Oh, Larsa. It was Larsa. I'll never forget that moment. That was such a strange moment. And I'm like, what? It came out of nowhere. Maybe the way she delivered it. I don't know. Okay. First, because this is the season 7 premiere, Bravo during the day in the US, they air like the marathons of the new show that's about to premiere. Normally, if there's no new show premiering, they play old Below Deck, and it's so obnoxious. I miss the old days. I miss when they used to just run marathons. Actually, they would play the whole season of shows that were currently airing. So, for example, they would play like all of Atlanta, like the whole season, this season, like on repeat for days. And that's how I would get caught up back in the day when I wasn't like dedicated to watching, but that's how I consumed. And now they don't do that. So whatever. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I tweeted because during the marathon in season 5, when Adriana like injured her foot and they were all mad at her and it was Julia's 50th birthday, she was in that wheelchair and everything. They were in the same suite as Schlepp from Southern Charm when he got dumped in the Bahamas, and I loved it. I loved it. I was like, it gave me this like rush. Not paid by anyone, said, why is Shep there? This is where he got dumped. Oh my God. I'm so happy. It gave me permission to relive that whole entire month of watching Shep get dumped in the Bahamas. It was a long journey. He didn't get it the first time. That was wild. Yep, Max said Craig was a diva about the room. Remember, he was like, I'm not sharing a room. They didn't even have to like share a bed. There were 2 separate beds in one room, and he didn't want to share with Austin, who was being a major diva, which I did recently post an old clip from Winter House season 2, episode 2. Craig has a bitch fit, full on bitch fit, because they're partying the night before, throwing glasses on the floor. People are like stepping on glass and getting cut. And they're like, okay, guys, we need to have like a house meeting because we can't be living like this anymore. And Craig loses it. He's like, I'm a 40-year-old who makes money. I don't have to clean. It was, Craig has issues. He's so funny to watch, but he is kind of my nightmare. Okay, so let's get into this episode. In the beginning, I didn't know that Alexia, like this whole thing between Alexia and Todd went down this way. She said that he had been planning it for like a month. Him and his daughter were slowly moving things out of their place into this new place. And then one day he just like packed up everything and left in front of Frankie. And Frankie's like, why? Like, Todd is gone. And like, Alexia's like, what the hell's going on? And I just feel like everything is always like everything happens to Alexia. And maybe she is so used to trauma that she puts, I don't know, maybe she like subconsciously is putting herself in these situations. I'm not blaming her, but like, can we all say that Alexia's life has been very dramatic from, I mean, like from the beginning, since we've known her, everything has been very dramatic with her. So I'm like, it's bizarre. And then it's weird to talk about because we know that they're like, they got divorced, but they're still together. So people are saying it's like for financial reasons, but I don't get it. I really don't. Okay, let's see. What do we say in the comments? Near Nothing said, why are all of the guys like accent art? Pretty to look at, but too expensive and totally useless. Oh, man. I don't know, girl. Max said, remember his long win Instagram apology to Dr. Nicole's husband? Yeah, and that like turned everyone off. Is he like so embarrassed about that he decided to get a divorce? Like, what is going on? Max said, Alexia says she's not single at heart yet in that episode. Yeah, we know she's in love with Todd. But why did it make me laugh when Alexia was telling everything to Teresa? Teresa's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my, like, I don't know, the way Teresa was saying it, it just oh man. Okay, so this is where we start to see things. We hear from Lisa that she was at Catch. Don't forget, Larsa and Marcus are broken up at this point in filming. And I guess Jody and Lisa were at Catch, and somehow like Jody's friends are Marcus's friends, and they were saying hi or whatever, and Larsa got really mad about that and is like furious at Lisa. They even showed the text. Do I have it? Oh no, I don't have it. They even showed the text from Larsa to Lisa where she's like, all right, I'm going to go hang out with Lenny and Katerina then. Lisa's like, what? You're acting crazy. You're tripping. And Lisa's finally like sticking up for herself. But Alexia's like, don't you think, like, wouldn't you be mad? And Lisa's just like really, I think she's just so unbothered by the Marcus and Larsa breakup. She doesn't really care. And Larsa obviously wants Lisa to care more. Oh my gosh. I've never seen Larsa this pissed. By the way, Lisa is living in a $32,000 a month condo or apartment or whatever. And all I could think of was Jax and Brittany's $18,000 a month mortgage and how that looks like chump change compared to Lisa's rent. And I just had to put this gif of Dave Chappelle that says, "Come on in, you broke motherfuckers." That's how I feel. I feel like we shouldn't even be looking inside Lisa Hochstein's apartment. It's too nice. Oh my God. When is Kiki Barth going to be full-time? I freaking love her so much. I've loved her from day one when we saw her. She just has the best energy. I love everything about her. They're on a yacht. There's a scene with them on a yacht, and they're like, "Whose yacht is this?" She's like, "Oh, I used to date the Miami Yacht Club owner. We broke up, but he still lets me use his yacht." And I just love that for Kiki. Max said, "Miami is rich," which I love. All rich women. Seriously, I don't want to see Gina and her casita. I want to see Miami rich. And I can't wait for the new girl, too, who has a plane. Near Nothing said they broke up hella times. Lisa probably thought they were going to get back together the next week. Lisa and Marcus are also not married, so the stakes are way lower. Agreed. Max said Kiki still brings it. Yes, still use the yacht. I love her. She's so great. I was trying to figure out, like, why is Larsa so mad at Lisa for this? She's like really, really, I think, genuinely hurt by this. And I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I did remember that Larsa talked to someone from the court she like waited on hold for like 4 hours to testify for Lisa so that Lisa and Larsa could go to their favorite restaurants, because Lenny tried to get like a order of protection or something. And Larsa was like, "Oh, hell no. We are not being banned from our favorite restaurants." So Larsa was on the phone for 4 hours for Lisa. And I think she feels like that. Like, I'm surprised she didn't bring that up and say, "I did this for you and you can't even block Marcus." I mean, I have a similar story, not completely similar, but I did have a friend who was dating someone that I thought they were going to get married. And so I looked at her boyfriend as like a brother, and we were friends because they dated for so long, but then they broke up and they weren't talking for a while. I don't know, it'd been months or something. But then my birthday came up and he texted me and said, "Happy birthday." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." That was it. And then I think she wound up talking to him shortly after that. And he mentioned like, "Oh yeah, wasn't it Jenny's birthday or whatever?" And she's like, "How did you know?" And he was like, "It's on like Facebook or something." And she like got really, really mad that I said thank you. And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was crossing the line for you." Thought that was like a little bit much, but I stopped talking to him because I have no reason to. But I just thought it was like kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Should Larsa have, or not Larsa, should Lisa have blocked Marcus? Should Lisa have yelled at Marcus when she saw him at Catch? Like, what does Larsa want Lisa to do? I need to know. I want to hear from Larsa. Like, give me a detailed example of what you want Lisa to do that will make you feel better. Max said, "It's not Lisa's business." No, really, like, it's also, I mean, if they've broken up a few times, what if they do get back together? And Lisa's like, I just bitched him out because you told me to, and now you're back together with him. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I already got in trouble once, so I don't know. You guys tell me. Oh, so Lisa has this party for Jody, and Larsa shows up, but you could tell Larsa's like, she's trying to maintain her composure and keep it together, but then she can't really keep it together much longer. She's like playing nice, and then she starts getting into it. She's like, oh, so how are you doing, Lisa? Because she's like wanting Lisa to ask Larsa how she's doing. And she's just like, yeah, I'm doing great. And she's like, yeah, well, you could ask how your friends are doing. Some of us aren't doing so great. And Lisa's not really taking the bait, but Larsa is going to be Larsa. And she starts going into the whole Marcus thing. And she's like, Lisa's like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I can't control Jody. And she's like, you can't control a man who's D or you suck or whatever every night. And Lisa is so funny. She's in her confessional saying like, I don't know how I'm supposed to suck D every night. I have like 5 jobs. The way she's like so serious, I love it. Oh my God. I love Lisa. She's so funny. She liked it too. On Twitter. So yeah, there was a big thing or a big moment in this scene where Jody's friends were like, hey, where's the AC or something like that? And they go into his bedroom, and the way that it's edited, I mean, it's definitely shady editing. They made it look like they were up to no good. But I don't really care. Honestly, like, I think it's kind of funny in a way, and maybe I shouldn't think it's funny. I don't know. But I don't really care if that's what they were doing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Max said, I saw no tears when Larsa was crying. Near Nothing said, what if she can't anymore? Her face probably hurts every time she has to show emotion. Oh my gosh. Max said, it's very hot in Miami. So yeah, a lot of people were making funny memes about it. A lot of people were posting the Lisa Rinna, were people doing coke in your bathroom meme, and replaced it with bedroom. And they're like, what's AC? Is AC the code word? And I was like, maybe AC is the new pasta. And who is this? Bravo versus everybody posted this, were people doing coke in your bedroom. And they wrote, no wonder Jody is friends with Marcus. Oh my gosh. They showed the picture of Marcus doing coke on the premiere episode of Real Housewives of Miami. I'm not going to show it again. I've shown it before. But let's go into the social media activity after Real Housewives of Miami aired. So this is from Bravo Snarkside. And it looks like it's a story from Gertie Abrera, because in this episode, in the premiere, Julia made it seem like she's mad at Gertie for not really caring or showing much interest in this big life moment of Julia Martinez, having these 2 new baby boys that they're adopting. So Gertie dropped some receipts. These are text messages, and it looks like Gertie texted, hi, are you sending a new link? Link never worked when I tried it 3 times. Because I guess Julia admitted that Gertie was on the call with everyone, but then Gertie dropped at some point. And then Julia responded and said, hi, sorry, my friend. I don't know what went wrong. We only had 1 link that everybody stayed on. Sorry you couldn't get in. I had something amazing to tell you guys at the same time. Now it's out and have been publicly announced. Talk to you soon. Hope you're feeling better after your surgery and will recover fast. Heart, heart. She said, Gertie said, oh, okay, so I guess I'll look online for this announcement. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, K. Then Julia wrote, you will understand when you read. She did like 3 smiley faces. My hands are literally full right now, so I am dictating this message, but we'll talk to you soon. XXXXX. And then Gertie wrote, congrats. Julia said, thank you. Hope you are feeling better. Gertie posted this screenshot and wrote, mind you, she never told me the news by text or by phone. So she literally made me fetch the information. And after Googling it, I still said congrats. Then she did like a face palm thingy. This doesn't look good for Julia. I'll say that. Okay, let's go back to the air conditioning situation. So this is from Bitches and Bravo. Lisa wrote in comments, it looks like. She said, I can't believe I have to address such ridiculous rumors, but last night's Real Housewives of Miami episode was a gross misrepresentation of what actually happened and manipulated editing. Sorry, I had a burp. Okay. Jody and our non-cast friends were hanging out in our primary suite and lounge area, which we use as a common space with friends and family. They were not crowded in some solitary bathroom. Our friends did not want to be filmed, so they sought out privacy in our hangout spot. Any implication beyond that reality is completely false and upsetting. And for the record, AC equals air conditioning. Something essential in Miami. She said what she said. I hope she didn't get mad that I reposted it in my stories. Oh boy. Okay, so then I see on Reality Entertainment TV that Jody also responded and addressed the assumptions as well. It says, sigh, I live in Miami and I'm a grown man. If I were doing that, who cares? I agree with him. I don't care. It's probably a safe assumption for 50% of Miami. It just happens that I'm a fitness fanatic that barely even drinks. The reality is simpler. I don't like being on camera, but I'm dating a reality star. I love her and that's my life. I find it awkward and weird, but I'm making the best of it. Most of my friends don't like to be on camera either, but they came to support me on my birthday, not to be on a TV show, and I love them for that. You will also notice that they are barely in the background after they enter. Most immediately go in with all our friends, my other living room. Most immediately go in with all our friends, my other living room that's in my master suite and stay there. It's not some little bathroom. It's a whole other birthday. What? And none of us want to hang around in the 95-degree living room with wide open doors when there's a whole other birthday in my master suite with working AC. Production already said the scene wasn't meant to imply that and that it was added just to explain why I wasn't in the room during the argument. Spoiler, I'm barely ever in any group scenes because this isn't my thing. I'm there to support Lisa, not get pulled into chaos. I'm not a cast member and I have a daughter, so I think the drama should be centered around those that want to be there. Okay, I want to say something about Jody. So Bravocon 2023, I met Lisa and Jody in person. I got a picture with Lisa. I don't know if I got a picture with Jody. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I talked to Jody because Lisa was doing her thing, and Jody was the dutiful significant other, and he was all by himself. So I was just like, I'll go talk to Jody. And I introduced myself. He was, and I said this after Bravocon 2023, he gave me the most genuine and sincere energy, like that I could feel, that was palpable through our connection. Like, I'm not like trying to make this bigger than it was. Like, it was a first meeting introduction in person, and something about him, like, I just got really warm vibes, very like good energy. Like, he's a good person. That's what I felt like. And I hope that I'm not wrong, but this is what I want to believe. And you all know that I go off my witchy instincts a lot, and they're usually right. So if Jody says he wasn't doing it, then I believe Jody wasn't doing it. And if he was doing it, I don't care. I don't care. It's a grown ass man. Leave him alone. It's his birthday. Not that I condone that kind of, recreational activity, but I know some people indulge sometimes. Okay. We like Jody, is what I'm saying. Okay, there's more. This is all on social media after the premiere episode. Okay, so I saw this on Taste of Reality. Dr. Nicole Martin supports Gertie Abrera against Julia Lemigova's claims. Dr. Nicole Martin, she wrote a comment. I don't know what post this is, but she wrote, "This is the type of petty nonsense that makes being in this friend group too stressful. Everything gets exaggerated and taken out of context for the sake of making a scene. Sorry, at Gertie Design has to go through this nonsense." Ooh. Then she then Gertie replied to that comment and said, "I love you. You know the entire truth and nothing but the truth. I'll just be chilling here with my long ass receipts as the slander attempts begin." Nail emojis. Okay, there's more. This just came out today, I believe. Julia. I appreciate the Instagram story message, but you gotta use different font, girl. This is like princess font. I don't know what this is. It's so hard to read. Excuse me. Okay. It says, "My beautiful souls, this season you've seen a different side of me, one even I've struggled to fully explain. The truth is, just before we began filming, something life-changing happened. I was given the chance to welcome two incredible boys into my life. It was sudden, emotional, and felt deeply destined. But here's the part no one saw. The adoptions weren't finalized. Not yet. I was living in an emotional in-between. Loving these boys fiercely while navigating legal uncertainty and keeping so much of it quiet. It was overwhelming, beautiful, yes, but also fragile, sacred, and stressful beyond words, which is why I was so cautious about sharing anything about them in writing. So when moments came up, like sending that strange message you all saw, I didn't always show up as my most present or thoughtful self. And when it came to Gertie, the truth is, at the time, we weren't in the close, heart-connected place we had once been. Our friendship had shifted a bit, not in anger, not in conflict, just life pulling us in different directions. Hold on, I have to continue the live stream for TikTok. Okay, it's good. Not in anger, not in conflict, just life pulling us in different directions. So when she reached out, I was so wrapped in protecting my own emotional chaos, I fumbled. I never meant to come off cold, careless, or bizarre. Okay. I was simply in a storm of my own. This has been a season of growth, messiness, and deep transformation. Thank you for giving me the space to walk through it imperfectly, but with a full and open heart. With love always, Julia. Okay. Thank God I was able to read it. Okay, let's see. Near Nothing said, "Everyone told Julia in the Zoom call that Gertie's link wasn't working. Also, Gertie was going through a bunch of stuff with her cancer. Why no grace for Gertie? Good question. Max said, so rich, my other living room. I love it. It was a great season premiere, Max said. I agree. Max knows what's up. He said, you're never wrong. Annie asked, did you get that energy from Brock? Not the same energy as Jody. Jody seemed very sincere, possibly an empath, which is odd. Like, I don't get that feeling from a lot of people, but I did feel that, and I felt like it was genuine. Max said, I didn't read that, too long-winded. I really hope Dr. Nicole comes back full time. Yeah, I wound up liking Dr. Nicole. I even apologized to her in person at Bravocon 2023. I was like, I want to tell you that I want to give you an apology because I doubted you when you first joined the show, but I was so wrong. And I just wanted to tell you how much I love you and I think that you're amazing. I will own it. I will own it. I know why I was skeptical of Dr. Nicole. It was because she was so wealthy and she's flaunting so much stuff that I was still traumatized from Jen Shaw and Erica Girardi that I was like, I don't know. We got to check this out first. We don't know if this is real. I cannot get conned again. So yeah, I was wrong though. She's legit. Near Nothing said, it doesn't feel like she's taking accountability. I hope Julia had a separate message to Gertie. Yeah, I wonder, don't forget Julia and Adriana got into it on social media and they're like no longer friends. I wonder if Julia is setting the stage and setting expectations for people to like not like her during the season. I don't know, but we're going to move on because we still have more shows to go over. All right, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 14, chapter 3, Rebirth. I liked this episode. Grenada has brought the Peaches closer as a group, yet some can't help but notice that something ain't clean in the water when it comes to Britt and Kelly's friendship. Kelly connects with her divorce lawyer and prepares for the worst. Excuse me. The women attend the jab, a memory they will never forget. I have to take a pregnancy test because I may have gotten pregnant from the jab on Sunday night. I may have the same baby daddy as all of them. That guy, oh my God, what is up with me? Am I like, I need to track my menstrual cycle because Love Island between Charlie and the jab, I feel like I'm watching The Traitor season 2. Oh my gosh, where's my fan? Woo! It's hot in here. I want to go to Grenada. I want to go to a jab. I'm just scared I'm going to get pregnant for real. Okay. Kidding. Max said Portia was hilarious. Grenada guy. I need to go find him. Okay, what do we have going on this week? Okay, I saw this on It's a Bravo World, and I don't know if this is true, but it's been reported. The headline says TV bombshell. Bravo considers axing entire Housewives franchise after Star's explosive $20 million lawsuit. The champagne's flat. The taglines are tired. I didn't read the whole article, but I don't know. What do you all think about this? I still don't even understand what she's suing for. She's suing because she thought the picture was her? Because she's made it very clear. Britt said that picture is not me. Okay. That would have been the first thing I would have checked before I had a full meltdown. But okay. So now she's suing because it wasn't her and they made her think it was her? I don't get it. But I saw this on the Bravo Shade Room. not Bravo. Ralph, he's out and about doing the most as usual. Always doing the most, except looking for a new place to live and move on with his life. And I just cannot with him. So in this episode, we find out that Britt has an inverted nipple. Phaedra is hilarious in the scene with Cynthia and Portia. We also found out that Cynthia's clit has a hood, and Phaedra was like, "Oh, your clit joined the KKK." And then Portia was like, "Oh man, your clit's gonna get racially profiled." That whole scene was so hilarious. And poor Cynthia, you could tell she was mortified. I was stunned. I was like, what just happened after that scene? It was hilarious. Near Nothing said, not a lot of action, but so fun. Atlanta reminded me why I watch Atlanta. Also, from where their hotel was, do you think that Crystal made it to the water at the end? What? Crystal made it to the water at the end? I'm not sure. Near Nothing said, then bring Kenya back if it's not her. Justice for Kenya, Max said. I know. I agree. So we get in this episode a feud between Britt and Kelly over glam. And if we have to take sides, I'm taking Kelly's side because the simple fact that Britt had a meeting with Kelly's glam team behind her back is so shady. It's so, what is that? Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that to anyone. Who does that? Glam is expensive. You're telling me glam is expensive. Near Nothing said they threw a talking crystal at the end of the episode because it broke. Oh, yeah. I don't know. The crystal thing is kind of stupid, actually. I don't know. I just can't wait for Kelly and Britt to fight because someone needs to put Britt in her place, and I think Kelly might be the right person to do it. Oh my God, that jab. Phaedra's all oiled up. They're like, they barely have clothes on. She's with the baby daddy. He's like grinding on her. She's on a table. She's got her legs out. She's yelling, I'm a Christian. Oh my gosh. Phaedra's a Christian. I mean, that's fine, but that's just hilarious. That's her reaction in that moment. I'm a Christian. Oh my gosh. I need to go to a jab. Who wants to go with me? We need to find this jab immediately. Bring me to the jab. I want to go. Okay. Oh my God. Cynthia is kind of similar to Shannon Bajor in that she is too real. She will say things that are just such a turnoff. She's like, I made hair condoms to protect her hair during the jab. Okay. Speaking of Shannon Bajor, let's move on to Love Hotel. We had Bravo's Love Hotel season 1, episode 8, checkout time. It was the finale episode, and I was sad. I even made up my own choreographed dance and posted it on Instagram to try to get Bravo to renew for a second season. That was my official attempt. Let me read the episode description. As the housewives prepare to make a final decision before checkout, Shannon and Earl's issues boil over in front of the entire hotel. Luann contemplates a long-distance relationship with James or checking out alone. As Giselle finally shows some affection to one of her suitors. Ashley is forced to choose between Wale and Ralph once and for all. I have been very vocal on my feelings about Hurl. I'm calling him Hurl now. Soggy wet blanket Hurl. But before we talk about that, let's talk about let's talk about Ashley's outfit that she posted before the show aired, and I reposted my stories. This is too funny. Wait, why is this not working? Huh. Okay. I don't know. Ashley, this outfit, I mean, she's gorgeous, right? She doesn't need to be wearing an outfit like this. But she's basically wearing like a rendition of Little Kim's purple outfit at the MTV Awards when her one boob was out and she just had a pasty. Like Ashley's got a star on her one boob, and it's just too funny. I love her. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we start off this episode continued from the last where Earl is still there after he left Shannon. Shannon had a meltdown. They're like fighting. I could not believe that he was still there. Why? He moved out. He left. Why are you still there? Am I wrong? I mean, I wish he wasn't there at all. I don't know why she keeps picking him. I mean, I do know why, because she's got something wrong with her man picker. She needs some therapy for that. But Jesus Christ, enough with Hurl. I'm done with him. Ashley, I was so happy she finally chose the right person, Wale, and they finally had a moment. That's when she had that dress on with her boob out. Oh my gosh, Shannon and Hurl, because Shannon keeps picking Hurl. Moron. They go on a horseback riding date, which to me just seems like a setup. I thought we were going to get like a Luann camel moment. Someone was going to get bucked off their horse. I was like dead set on that happening. I'm like, that is for sure going to happen. So, okay, I said this on my last live stream about Hurl. The man uses trauma bonding as his love language. He has already trauma bonded with Shannon 3 times. The first time worked. That's why he's even there when he said that his wife passed away. Then he says, oh, I don't have a relationship with my stepson. I'm so sad. So Shannon goes and finds the stepson. Okay, why she needed to do that, I don't know. That makes no sense, because why didn't Earl do it if it was that easy? Then on top of it, then the third trauma bond is, oh my God, there's a hurricane coming to my second home. Oh my God. Like, yeah, that's, oh shoot. Like, what's the status? Oh, it changed directions. Shannon goes out, which makes no sense. Then there's like a fourth trauma bond, essentially, when he says, the hurricane changed directions and went to my first house. It's like, oh my God. And then on top of it, he's on their last date after this horseback riding moment, which didn't have anything wild happen, surprisingly. Then he starts talking about his tough childhood, and I just cannot take it anymore. I've had enough, Earl. You need to go to therapy. You don't need a girlfriend. You need to go take care of your houses. Go find your stepson by yourself, because it's clearly easy to do. If Shannon did it after like 5 seconds of knowing you, oh my God, why is he like this? And why is Shannon picking him? Yes, that was a unhinged Jenny moment. Ends up said Shannon basically picked herself to date. No, seriously. 2 drama queens. I can't. Max said, and eat vegetables. Hurl. Sick of your non-vegetable eating ass. I can't stand him. Oh, go away, Hurl. Okay. So you all know I love my girl, Countess Luann de Lesseps. But I just really cannot stand James. And turns out they're still together. Why? Why? She doesn't pick men that well either. I feel like maybe Luann likes James because I don't think she's looking for anything serious. I think Luann wants to do Luann, and she only wants someone like James who's going to like jump when she snaps her fingers, and he's going to be loyal to her when she's out and about touring for her cabaret. I don't know. He annoys me, but whatever. I guess they're still together or something. Oh, by the way, she was on Watch What Happens Live. That big aquamarine ring that she wore on her engagement finger, it wasn't from James. It was from another male admirer. And James doesn't care that it's on her ring finger. That's the man's life. I think she's loving it, and I'm happy for her. Giselle picks Theo. Does anyone know who the hell Theo is? I don't. What the fuck? Where did he come from? Do we know anything about Theo at all? Miss Giselle Bryan, I am going to pick no one at the last second. She picks this guy Theo that nobody knows about. What the hell is that? Near Nothing said, I kind of want to know what Luann's kids think of James if they've met. Oh, I don't know. Oh my God. Shannon at one point in the finale said Hurl is her person. I wanted to pick my TV up and throw it. I'm like, Shannon, why? No. Should we do something? I don't know. This is insane. But I guess, they did continue on, but I think they broke up. I hope. We better not see him on OC, the next season of OC. Ugh. If I see Hurl. Hurl is cruising for a bruising from Office. Just kidding. I am peaceful, nonviolent, non-toxic-ish. Okay, let's move on. Everything I say is unserious, by the way. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, Ashley. Oh my God. Of course, this is exactly how Ashley rolls. She made us think she would maybe do the right thing, and then in the last minute, she picks that old guy, Ralph, and I'm just over it. I was like, you know what? Fuck Ashley. I am going to find Wale myself, and I am going to get his number. And somebody sent me his Instagram profile, so now I'm following him. I can't believe Ashley didn't pick Wale. I picked Wale. Oh my gosh. Wale, Jeremiah, Charlie. I have like a really good fantasy roster going on. And again, they let a man sing on Bravo. We close out the season finale with James singing. Ugh. Why are we doing this? Enough. Please. I don't want to hear them. Okay. We still have more to go, and I have a cutoff in 37 minutes. All right, let's go. Below Deck. Below Deck Season 12, Episode 3, Fight Island. The crew prepares to embark on a 5-day charter with porn stars. Captain Carey grows frustrated with the interior and worries his bosun isn't up to snuff. Soline's laissez-faire attitude towards work sends Rainbow reeling. Yo, Below Deck this season already, like it's ramping up. I'm feeling good about it. I think this season is going to be one of our best, hopefully. And I think we're headed in the right trajectory. Even though we're only on episode 3, we still haven't gotten a boatmance hookup, which is what I've been waiting for. We were promised a plethora of hookups, and I'm waiting. I am seated. I am waiting. But what I found to be interesting, when they said 5 days on a charter, I was like, whoa, that is a long time. Like, even I was just thinking, like, would I even have fun on a private yacht, luxury yacht with like my family for 5 days? Like, that's a long time. I mean, I know I could do it by myself, like forever. That'd be great. I'm just kidding. I'm sure we would do great on a private luxury yacht for 5 days, but it's a long time, right? With people that aren't your family. It's a lot. Yeah. What else? We got the new chef, the French chefy, who we gotta talk about Watch What Happens Live and the bombs he dropped. But at one point he said they're making a truffle lobster penis mac and cheese. What is Oh, okay. If you could see the visuals here on YouTube, there is a picture of pasta, like a box of pasta, and it says weenie linguini, and they're pasta shaped as penis. I didn't know that. Now I get it. Okay. Okay, we need to talk about Rainbow. Oh my God, this girl shook me to my core last night. She looks like, first of all, her name is Rainbow. Okay. Anyone named Rainbow, I immediately am thinking like, oh, rainbows and butterflies and ponies and unicorns. She must be so lovely. Then you see her and she's like this really dainty, like thin, but kind of tallish for, I don't know, taller than me. So she might not be that tall at all, but she looks like a very young, healthy, beautiful young girl who, like, just from the looks of her, she just looks so sweet and like soft, like how Carl Radke wishes he was, I think. But then she's like working by herself at night, and don't forget she's second stew, and she seems to be like almost anal retentive enough to be chief stew, but we got freezer for that. So she's trying to like pick up the slack, and she's in her confessional talking about how she's like losing her mind because she's sick of Solene or whatever. And she said growing up, there were 3 sisters, her and 2 sisters that were very close in age, and they would fight a lot. And the way that she described their fighting doesn't sound like normal sister fighting. She said they would actually like fist fight. And her father even took her and her sister out on a boat, paddled them out to an island, told them to get out and duke it out until they get over their nonsense, whatever drama they were fighting about. I was like, this sounds like Lord of the Flies. What? Rainbow? My beautiful little precious Rainbow? Sounds like she can fight or had to learn how to at a young age. So I'm a little scared. She seems like she can probably hold her own. And then on top of it, she starts having like this full-on panic attack because she's doing everything at night. And I like got scared. I was like, is Rainbow gonna beat the shit out of everyone in their sleep? Like, oh my God. Good thing she knows how to like control herself. I don't want to see Rainbow pissed off. And by the way, she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Bitch is savage. I was not expecting that at all. She was going in on everyone, especially Solene. She's like, awful, terrible. She did not hold back at all. And neither did Sheffy, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Okay, this was like a really traumatic and like disturbing moment. So just trigger warning. At one point, the primary charter's boyfriend, who happens to be married to a woman, by the way, and she knows about this whole arrangement and everything, but he's talking to another guest in the morning, goes, yeah, so last night we did something new. He peed in my hole. I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, and my first thought was like, why did he pee in your pee hole? But then I was like, he must not have meant pee hole. And then I'm like, I don't want to know now. And I just have so many questions that I don't want to know the answers to, but I'm just inherently nosy and I love these guests though, by the way. And I didn't know that it was going to be all men. I thought it was going to be a mix of men and women. So that's why I thought this was going to be the charter where Kyle, the deckhand with the big D, I thought he was going to sleep with someone, but I don't think it's on this charter. I think that's coming down the road. But they were at one point talking about how they all like came out, and I was dying. One of them was like, I didn't have to come out. I'm just so gay. And I thought that was so funny. I love this group so much. And I kind of like, if any group is forced to be on a yacht for 5 days, I'm glad it's this group. Even though they ask for like tons of lube, like I'm not mad at them right now. I feel like I love them. Is that weird of me? Like I'm here for them, having a great time. On Watch What Happens Live, they played a game called Porno or Oh No Game, and I was shocked how good I am. I got like every single one right. The game was like Andy holds up a porno title, and they have to say whether it's a real porno or not. Somehow I'm really good at this game. I didn't know I had these special skills. So if anyone needs somebody for that, you know who to go to. Okay, so before I move on, I need to talk about Sheffy. Sheffy last night, he seems totally different, by the way, from the prior season. So maybe, and was he married when he was on last time? Because on Watch What Happens Live, he said right before the season, about like 5 months before the filming of the season that we're watching, his wife left him for his uncle after his father died. What? And he just keeps talking. It didn't even click to Andy. I was like, when he said it, I was like, what? But Andy didn't get it. And then he goes, wait a minute. Back up. Did you just say that your wife left you for your uncle? He's like, yes. He's like, this is for the good. Like I think he's in a place of healing. At least that's the kind of energy that I got from that. And I think he's like in a good place, but holy shit, that's a whole drama series. And I guess his uncle is the captain of a yacht, and his wife was like chief stew of the yacht. That is tea. Piping hot tea. Okay, so I don't have any visuals for the McBee dynasty, but I wanted to come back to it because I am loving the watch party with the Bravo Lebs, especially. I'm actually really loving Austin and Craig watching them because they're watching a fellow fuckboy, this dad, the dad of the McBees, who's only 5 years older than Jax Taylor, by the way. And Brittany Cartwright is the one who pointed that out because her and Chris and Jody are watching this as well. in addition to Kate Chastain and Fraser. And I'm loving it. It's so good. Austin even said at one point, he's like, I get it now. I get how people watch us and they're like, yes, I love the mess. And then Craig trying to act so righteous while watching the biggest F-boy of all time on this show with Galena is so hilarious. He's like, oh, you can't do that. Oh. And Brittany, she's in her post-Jax mode of like, I know the red flags when I see him now, and I'm not going to be quiet about them. And she's like, he's going to do this. He's going to do that. She's like, I knew it. And it's so good. Because not only do you get caught up on season 1 and what happened, because that show is a shit show. As much as I hate the dad and I just like hate the misogyny, I'm like still drawn to it. So, but I like can't remember everything that happened in season 1. So I like that we're getting this watch party with these people. And I think next week, I think they're going to watch the finale. I thought they were watching the finale last night, but apparently it's not. And yeah, it's a good watch. I highly recommend. And in the meantime, I'm going to be trying to catch up with Love Island, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying. There are moments where I'm like, I'm about to turn off this TV. Like episode 4, fourth base, I wanted to vomit. That was so disgusting. Disgusting. Not only is like the bodily fluid exchange between everyone going on, but on top of it, they're like sliding around with like food. What? That's disgusting. Oh my God. Why am I watching this? I gotta go right now so I can catch another episode. Okay. I wanted to just remind you all about our Bravo and Blaze lighters. They're available at bravoandblaze.com. This is a wrap for today's episode of Bravo and Blaze. I did a pregame live stream last night before Below Deck. I will try to do one tonight before the Valley and Next Gen NYC. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but make sure you subscribe to YouTube at Jenny Blaze and turn on notifications so that you know when we go live. Make sure you tap the subscribe button on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. And please send this to your Bravo group chat. Hit up patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze for bonus content you will not find anywhere else. Again, I mentioned my signature lighters. You can buy 1 or 3 if you like. And don't forget to join our email list for all the drops, sneak peeks, and emergency pop culture alerts. Go to bravoandblaze.com. And don't forget to follow at Bravo and Blaze on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, X, Facebook, Twitch, wherever. And one more thing before you go, I highly recommend trying Ryze mushroom coffee if you want to feel amazing from the inside out. Use code JennyBlaze15 for 15% off at ryzesuperfoods.com. And until next time, stay lit, y'all. Mwah.